Trump v. United States is a good testing point for everybody who wants to see what a big deal that is if you go read it yourself, and what a minor deal every mainstream media platform made from it, especially things like the New York Times, which, again, I'm not a New York Times subscriber. I haven't read a lot of their full stuff. It's tough because you got to get like the gift articles or whatever, the way they like let you read them. So I've read some of their stuff. A lot of what I've read from them is op-eds and stuff like that. So I'm not a consistent reader. But the couple of things that have been shared with me are the couple of people who, oh, well, I read this, and so I came to this conclusion, which that's the New York Times job. There are these interpreters that are giving it to people in the simplest form, or asking people to pay them to do exactly that. Hey, we take money, we take a subscription fee because we take all these crazy things that happen in the news and we give them to you in a digestible format that should get you accurate layout of what important things are coming, you know, not like a horoscope or anything like that. I don't expect that, but you know, it should have the weather, but it also should have finance, but it also should have politics, and it should measure, you know, if you were hit at a left field with a snowstorm because it said it was going to be snowy all day, or it was going to be sunny all day, you would be pretty damn confused. It would be kind of a crazy thing for a snowstorm to come out of nowhere when you expected the heat, but say you trusted it. Say you trusted it for anything. It's one of the reasons why you can't trust publications like this, is if they don't produce results that can help people. I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's not helping people in the way that it should. It should make the media environment more digestible, and more people should come with more knowledge of the facts, but it seems to be the exact opposite, which is a problem. Or at least they might know the facts, but they've been portrayed in a way that it's a lot less. New York Times does a lot of saying making. You know, instead of saying this thing is illegal, it's always improper or it's novel. This is the language that people use when they're trying to break the law. Why can't we just call things what they are? Especially when you are the journalists. You are the ones who have this integrity. You are the ones that have this responsibility to do these things, to report on these issues accurately. I think the analogy that always gets me is, what's your job as a reporter if one person tells you it's raining and the other person tells you it's not? Your job isn't to say, oh, well, a lot of good people have a lot of differing opinions right now. We don't really know what the truth is. That really shouldn't be the job as the reporter. The job of the reporter should be to talk to a source, talk to someone trusted more than these two people. You know, say these two people are two Joe Schmoes. Talk to a meteorologist. Talk to somebody who understands. Talk to somebody who gets paid to understand weather patterns. Anything like that. Or stick your fucking head out the window and figure it out. If you're doing local news, drive around and see what the fuck is going on. And you can see whether or not it's raining. Obviously, this is an analogy. It's not always that simple. You have to do quite a bit more to find out the truth. But the idea is you go and you hunt down the truth of the story, and then you come back and you say the truth of it. You don't say one person says it's raining, the other person says it's not. Both people have very, very interesting points. This is dog shit. You've given no one anything to wear. The validation is there because either dipshit that says it's raining or not, that's wrong, gets to read it and say, oh, I have some interesting points. But how infuriating is it for the person where if it's raining and they know it's raining and they're standing in the rain, how infuriating is it to then read a publication that says both people have really good points right now? You need to do 2 separate articles in that situation. One, or 2 separate reports, whatever you're going to do. One is the weather report. Keep the weather report separate. Don't have the bias. Don't have that. You got 2 separate reports. Man, that was kind of weird that happened. Go out and seek more information. Find out what's going on, and then report the truth of the matter. If you need to, come back and write article 2. Hey, the other day, I was trying to figure out if it was raining or not, and I asked 500 people in our county, and 400 of them were spot on. But there were 100 people that it wasn't raining outside, I talked to them. They knew it wasn't raining outside, but they say it's raining. That's a weird thing. Why are 20% of people in our town totally under this misconception? Why are they falling for, like, what's going on here? Is there something in the water? You know, there's a different story to be had for stuff like that if people are falling for misinformation or bullshit, but it isn't reporting that both sides have factual base. Oh, well, both sides have a really good basis for what they're saying. That's just not always true. So saying it just seems